Talk, presented by Scope ENT.
Hey, yeah.
What's going on, my guy?
Scope Talk, man. How you doing today?
I'm good.
All right. Tell people who you are. Tell them a little about yourself, man.
Kamari Smith. I'm a 19-year-old artist out of Atlanta, Georgia. And versatility is what I'm trying to bring to the music game.
Rose gon' wine in the middle of the jet. Tennis soaking wet, I got Cuban on my neck. Hopping out the ride, now we hopping in the bed. Niggas in the thread, we gon' hit him in the head. Chanel on the bag, and Versace on the bed. Get his head knocked, give a damn what he said. Ball man jean, I got Prada on the thread. Playing with Lil D's, we gon' make sure that's right.
Talking about music, man. What kind of artist do you look at yourself as?
One that has many talents, I can say. Feel like bringing versatility, like I said, to the music game is one of the most important parts. Singing, rapping.
It's basically not keeping yourself in one box, but more so trying to touch on everything.
Exactly.
All right. So, me personally listen to the music. I see like a lot of similar to people like Roddy Ricch, Raw Wave, and other artists like more like, a lot of people probably look at them as rap artists and all that. But for me, I look at them just as rap artists that can sing, but more so R&B dudes that can kind of rap the same way. So you kind of look at your music the same way too?
Right. Yeah. I listen to them, and there's a lot of people that I try to take bits and pieces from. There's just so many different artists nowadays, and just everybody has a different sound, and I just try to incorporate different things into mine.
All right. Growing up, who you listen to?
Growing up, Michael Jackson. I got an older soul, so Michael Jackson, R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we don't worry. It's all right.
Past, yeah.
People, everybody grew up on R. Kelly.
We're talking about music.
Music-wise, everybody was R. Kelly.
Yeah.
I feel you. He wasn't your role model. His music was,
Exactly.
I feel you. So more so, you probably listen to more so things your parents listen to.
Right. Exactly right.
All right. So with that being said, your parents introduced you to music, more so kind of sort of, or even not even introduced you to music, just always had music playing around the place.
To an extent, yeah. Not as much rap music, but I got into it as I got older. People like Lil Wayne, then Drake, and then. Nah, that's really what I listen to.
More so, parents didn't pick who you listen to. Is more so they let you have that type of freedom.
Exactly, you just had to adapt to the culture.
I feel you. Talked to my boy John. He told me your dad's a pastor. So growing up in the church, how do you feel like that influenced how you sing, but more so just how you approach things when it comes to music?
Growing up in church, you're always around instruments and musicians, so you hear different things. You pick up on a lot of different things. For example, a different note or a melody that could be stuck in your head for the rest of your life. And hearing a lot of gospel songs, they have so many different melodies.
Yeah, gospel is built off of really melodies.
Exactly.
You always remember that chorus and that melody before you remember
It's true
else.
music. It's true music. You got to make sure everything is in tune in order to have a good song.
With that, what you saying, listening to just different music type of instruments. Did you play an instrument growing up or anything?
I played the saxophone in the band my 5th grade year. I played a little bit of guitar. I had a guitar class last year for my senior year in high school. Yeah, and I played a little bit of piano, just a little bit.
So like being able to can you read music? Like with notes and all that? I feel. I was in band for like half a year.
Yeah.
I never learned how to play.
I tried.
I never learned how to read anything. I really just copied off what the dude next to me did and just did it like that.
Exactly. We had tests and stuff, but I couldn't read it.
I could play it. I can read you no notes though.
I wish I did though.
All right. Did you sing in the choir or anything?
A few times. My mom she probably made me do it once or twice a year, just to, you know what I'm saying?
That's that. You hear you gotta do something, right?
Exactly. Right.
That's mom's for.
Crazy.
That's mom's for.
That's crazy.
But I feel like, did you feel like singing in the choir had any type of effect on you now? Like, do you ever see yourself looking back on times like where you probably was learning music in the choir that helped you when you recording, or even when you in a hard place to write something out? Do you feel like them type of moments built you now?
Yeah, you just gotta. It's all about the music at the end of the day. But I was always scared to sing and things like that, so I didn't really like doing too much of that.
You weren't the person that the choir, we're going to get this man a solo, right?
Exactly.
You was more so. You just in the back.
I was in the back.
You doing it.
If I open my mouth, I just open my mouth and sing. That's it. Yeah.
Right. No, I can feel that.
Yeah.
Let me see. Do you think getting away from the church, do you feel like that's a hard thing for you to do, personally?
I feel like me, personally, I will never be away from the church. Like, I still am in tune with everything, always trying to, because at the end of the day, my dad, like you said, is a pastor, so I like to pick his brain. Yeah, it's always going to be there. So I feel like that will never change in me, regardless of what I say in music, regardless of what I do, like regardless of, you know what I'm saying, who's around me. At the end of the day, I'm always stick true to myself. Yeah.
I feel you. That actually helps build character.
It does.
Honesty.
Honestly, yeah, it does.
A lot of artists kind of like, I want to say what, Michelle Williams, didn't she? I want to say she was a gospel singer before anything. She probably is still now.
Exactly.
And going to being a Destiny Child, that was probably a whole different world. But
it was.
staying true to yourself was always going to be.
That's the only way. That's how you keep your sanity in the music business.
You're right. You're right.
Staying true to yourself.
You're right, because seeing the thing that people go through in the industry, they used to see a lot of different type of stuff. And some people, it'll be the devil.
Exactly. That's the truth.
Growing up, did you do anything else like play ball, anything like that?
Yeah, I played basketball. I began at the age of 5, and I played all the way up to my senior year of high school. And that's really what I wanted to do in my life through college. But I broke my ankle in my junior year, so I wanted to stop. But my best friends were just trying to push me, tell me to keep going. So, yeah.
Do you see any elements of the game in the music industry? Do you see yourself like basically like, are you able to bring elements from that into music?
Work ethic. You gotta put that work, the same work you put into the gym, or I put into the gym, or a person puts on the field, on the track, is the same work you got to put it in music. You got to stay in the studio. You always got to be learning. Always got to be seeing what you can do to get better at.
Always open to basically working on your game or working on your craft.
Exactly.
All right,
exactly.
All right. That's cool. Do you have any like artists that you probably like have a feature with? Like who's your dream feature?
Drake, or Beyonce. One of the two.
Okay. So with that being said, basically a Drake or Beyonce track would be the moment you made it. Basically.
Exactly. That everything that you put in, like, finally is worth it. Everything that you did in order to get to that stage is worth it. Yeah.
Right. Are there any other artists just like now, even not even big artists, more so artists that probably underground artists, people that's budding right now? Who do you work with now, or have you been working with any artists, or do you see yourself dreaming about doing that?
I've worked with a few super dope artists, some local, some out of town, not from here, but I'm just trying to get better at my craft. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily specific artists that I want to target right now because I'm still young, I'm still learning. So I'm really just trying to get better.
You'd rather, at this point in your career, you more so want to build yourself to get to the point where when you start working with artists, it's more so you, in a kind of way, putting them on.
Exactly. Exactly. Like a Future Thug, like those two right there. Especially being from Atlanta, like, those are two legends.
Being from Atlanta, we don't watch them really grow from Thug dropping. I came from nothing, 1, 2, 3, from all the way to now. Seeing them boys from going from being independent, not even really getting signed, but still building up how they do it. And now, like, of course, you got Young Thug, you got YSL now, where he got Gunna, he got Lil Keith, he got everybody else on there. He even got his girl under him on there. You got Future with Future got Zoe Dollars. Yeah. You got all the other boys. So I see where you're coming from with that one.
Exactly.
You rather build yourself so you can build everybody else.
Exactly right. Put everybody else on.
All right. So when did you really start doing music?
I started doing it last year. We lost the state championship, and I was bored, had nothing to do. I wasn't trying to play basketball anymore, and one of my friends told me, come to his house. They had a little studio in the basement. We were messing around, made some songs, and from there, that's where it started. Like it was the only thing that I felt in life that could satisfy my love for basketball.
So that was more so. Basketball has probably always been your heart, and that's probably one thing that's always been you. Because I know some people that probably like end up being a career-ending injury, and from that point on, they just lost.
They had nothing to do. Exactly.
And music really was that filled that void for you, or whatever.
Right.
I feel it. When was the moment you felt like you knew it was like, it's not even something I'm just playing around in the studio doing, this is something I can actually really do? When did you have that like coming to not even Jesus moment, but coming to yourself moment?
The day I met Zaytoven, and he told me, like, looked me in my face and said, I will not lie to you, but you got it. That was the day I was like, all right, now it's time to stop playing.
That's big. Zaytoven, no.
Huge.
Zaytoven has seen everybody from Gucci to everybody that's out now. So I believe I got it.
Exactly.
So if Zaytoven see it in you, keep going.
That's the only way. Appreciate you.
All right, that's great though, man. What motivates you to keep going right now? Like, what's that one thing that's like probably always pushing you to just keep going hard in the studio?
Ooh. My mom and my grandmother, one of the two. Like, cause she told me like you gotta be able to, you gotta be big for I leave this earth. My grandmother always told me that. And I don't like when she say stuff like that, but it's true.
It's life, but at the same time, it's gonna push you.
It does.
With life, you never know when it's gonna start, when it's gonna end. So you gonna go hard. Grandma tell you to go hard, you're gonna go hard. That's one thing.
Exactly right.
But that's everything everybody needs though, because a lot of people, coming through this, growing up, I've seen people having family that don't believe in their dream.
Right.
And I feel like that's probably the biggest thing when it comes to doing anything. If you don't have nobody in your corner that believe in you, you probably ain't never gonna make it. just because you don't got somebody to look back. Like even when you feeling down, you might have a moment like, man, grandma told me like, look, if I don't make it, I ain't did nothing.
Exactly. I feel like my father pushes me a lot as well, because it's just like he's a pastor, but at the same time, like he believes in me. He believes what I do. He says block out the noise. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what I do, but you're not me. So follow your path, follow your dreams, and regardless of what you do, just don't forget where you came from, what your last name is.
Right. Hey,
That's all he said.
Put on for the name that's on your back.
That's it. Put on for your city. Yeah, that's all my father.
Yes,
that's all my father's about.
You're in school right now, right?
Right.
Where you go to?
I go to Morehouse College.
How you feel about Morehouse? How does that, even going to school within, even just Morehouse, the school that it is very prestigious, how do you feel like, does that affect how you move personally, like with your music, even that?
It has to be a balance. So I'm gonna handle my business in the classroom, and whatever your grind is outside of the classroom, you got to get to it.
So basically, you giving that same grind you bring to the classroom to
same exact thing, exactly, and if not more, honestly,
right?
You gotta go hard in it, especially if you want it.
That's true. That's true. So far, what's probably been your biggest obstacle?
Biggest obstacle, writer's block and patience.
Patience.
I struggle with patience because sometimes you get caught up in the lights and what you want to be or who you want to be.
And probably seeing someone else making it just like that. That overnight success, you like, probably outside looking in, you just like, man, I want that.
I want that, exactly. And sometimes it's just, you got to stay humble, wait your turn. Everything happens for a reason. Everything is in God's timing, so.
That's true, though, because even, with us being in Atlanta, we done seen people take forever to make it. Like, me personally, I'm so happy right now with dudes like Trouble. From watching Trouble since like 2009, 2008 to 2020, now. Like, dang, Trouble stayed down. And he reaping the benefits
exactly
now.
Right. Nah, he's one of the ones from Atlanta.
That's true. Because even like you said, Thug and Future, being from Atlanta, they ain't never been new artists to us. But other people, you just like, dang. Like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, Future.
Same
with
Schoolie, too.
I've been... Schoolie done kept it down since we've been in middle school, man.
Schoolie is just now. He still hasn't even reached where he should be.
Right.
He's the one who started this way, really. He was the first one.
That's, you know what? It's so crazy when you say that. Like, when I listen to dudes right now, I'm like, man, Schoolie been doing this. It's just more so. I felt like Schoolie was so in tune with sticking down to it for his bros, bro. I feel like, I ain't gonna say that held him back.
But it did.
It did, but that's just what it is.
Yeah,
but I only can respect that, though.
Yeah,
he had to make sure his brothers were straight, and I think they finally gave him the key. Like, hey, man, look, we good. Make sure yourself straight.
Exactly.
I feel you on that one. So, like you said, being patient and being humble, just holding it down. Tell us about your writing process. How do you what gets you in the mood to make music? Like, are there like certain? Do you just happen as you walking down the street one day, like, dang, you know what? I seen that right there. Let me go write about it. Or is it more so? Do you look at other people's situations and make your music, or is it everything personal, or is it more so the combination of both?
A combination of both. I feel like melodies is first, because people always have to remember a phrase or something that you say.
Everything that's popping on the radio now it's probably like 5 words that you're gonna say over and over again.
That's what makes the money. So maybe that and writing, like, putting myself in somebody else's shoes. Like, if I see my partner going through something, I'm gonna write about what he's going through and put that in the song. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, I want to make music where everybody can relate to. Like, oh, he said this, I was just going through this, or he said that, this is the situation I'm in now. So,
yeah. Coming back to something you said at the very beginning of the interview, you talked about being a versatile artist. How do you feel like that's what powers today's game, being versatile?
Yeah, it's two things. It's versatility and who really fits that part, who fits that role. Because a lot of people, like, you probably don't even listen to their music, but they're so huge, it doesn't even matter because of who they are, you know what I'm saying, what they do for, like, Kanye. Now, he's a legend, musical genius.
Right.
And now, he's on a different path now, but at the end of the day, he's bigger now than he ever was. You see what I'm saying? And
even if you're not listening to him now, Kanye got an audience from whatever he's doing now, that's who's listening to him now.
Exactly.
Like, I look at artists like a Nicki Minaj or even a Chris Brown, or more so Chris Brown. That's one guy I look at when it comes to this music stuff. I feel like he's probably one of those artists that everybody should look up to.
The Michael Jackson of our generation.
Most definitely.
The Michael Jackson of our generation.
Versatility is something that I think Chris Brown, that's him to a T. Where the man, he can sing, he can rap, he can dance.
Paint.
Just like that. He's an artist. I feel like Chris Brown had to put it all down before he even started singing. He was hooping. He probably been in the league by now.
Exactly. Yeah. Chris Brown really, I mean, and because of what he went through in his past, people can't seem to get past that, or you know what I'm saying. Respect the man for what he does. Yeah, exactly. So it's a lot, but he is one of the ones where we're not appreciating his greatness. But when he's gone, we're gonna be the main ones to say,
like, man, he did this and that. Because even when you look at it now, Chris Brown probably been out since like what 2005, 2006. It's 2020. He's still relevant.
Exactly.
He probably got his song right now is probably one of the biggest songs in the country right now. And I'm watching this video the other day. I'm like, man, this guy is a talent, bro.
Been doing it.
He's a talent. Like I hate that it's not as appreciated as it is. It is. But like for people that actually appreciate him, but like on the outside looking in, it's just like, dang, y'all gonna keep kicking him down over things he did when he was young, and it's just like, I feel like if all that was going on right now, I think Chris Brown would probably be one of the most respected guys right now in this game.
That's no lie. Yeah.
Most def. Tell people where they can find you at.
They can find me on Instagram, Twitter at Kamari Smith _. And I have music released. I released a song last week called Queen, and a song the week before that called Excuse Me, and I dropped an EP last summer. So I'm just trying to get more consistent with the drops and just get more music out there, get more content, all types of things.
Music like on Spotify and Apple Music?
Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music, all platforms.
Yeah, any streaming platform, make sure I get at my boys to him. He's one of the next things coming up right now.
Appreciate it.
What's one thing you want people to get from your music? What's the one thing that whenever somebody listens to your song, you want them to leave with?
He feels me. He knows what I'm going through. I feel like I want to understand like people's pain, their joy, their sorrow, whatever it is they're going through. I want to put that in the song. So yeah.
I feel you, because when I listen to music now, the only thing I want to get from is like, dang, I want that to relate to what I'm going on right now. Exactly. So you want to basically make relatable music to everybody.
And being genuine. Yeah.
Right. Hey, being genuine brings a long way. I feel like I see just looking at certain things, I see a lot of fake love out there. Yeah. And I feel like the genuine things is really what push it. Like looking at like artists like say Thug, I feel like what makes Thug so big right now is that he's so pure and genuine with the people that's around him.
Exactly.
Like it's not none of that. Just I don't ever see Thug around just new people for no reason.
No
Everybody he's with is more so whether they knew each other from a long time ago or they really built a bond that's just real. Like when I see him with like Gunna and even with Lil Keed and even with Future, I see just real love right there. And I feel like that's, if anything, if you don't have real love and just real connections, even in this industry, you're never gonna have anything, bro. It was great having you up here with us, bro. Our first interview ever, man, and we really appreciate you, extending your arm for us, bro. Yeah. And we hope you do a lot of great things here, bro. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. So Scope Talk with Scope ENT. Hope y'all stay tuned. We got a lot more coming for y'all, man. My boy Kamari, go ahead and tell him what you need to tell him, bro.
Hey, shout out to everybody who's supporting right now, and y'all stay in tune. Got more coming.
We're gonna holler at y'all, man. Stay tuned. We got a lot more coming.
These niggas tried it. They must not know that I'm different. Stop calling your wifey, phone ringing while I'm hitting it. I decided that I'm done with the bickering. Do I want the cayenne or the mocking? What's the difference? I'ma leave that little hoe in the past just cause she ignorant. Bought the all-white truck, the inside red like licorice. If the conversation ain't my money, then it's gibberish. I'm open